The American Revolution is a fascinating story about how the 13 American colonies broke free from British rule to become the United States of America. It all started in the 18th century, in the 1700s, when America was made up of colonies ruled by the King of England. Each colony had its own laws and ways of doing things, but they were still under British control and had to follow British laws. The British government started taxing the colonies heavily and making decisions for them without their input. The colonies didn't like this one bit. They believed in no taxation without representation, which means they wanted a say in decisions, especially about taxes. So, they began to resist the British rules and what they thought were unfair taxes. One famous act of resistance was the Boston Tea Party, where colonists dressed as Native Americans threw crates of tea into Boston Harbor. They were angry about a tax on tea and didn't want to buy it under those conditions. Over time, tensions between the colonies and Britain grew, and in 1775, the first shots were fired in what would become the American Revolutionary War. The colonists, led by brave figures like George Washington, fought for their freedom for several years. On July 4, 1776, the colonies declared their independence by signing the Declaration of Independence. This document, mainly written by Thomas Jefferson, announced that they were free from British rule and highlighted their reasons for wanting independence. The war continued until 1783, when the Treaty of Paris was signed. This treaty officially recognized the independence of the United States. The American Revolution was important not just for America, but for the whole world. It was one of the first times a colony successfully won independence from a powerful empire. It inspired other countries and people to fight for their own freedom and rights. The ideas of liberty and democracy spread across the globe, changing history forever.